together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Dink. Oh, there's already people here. Good morning. Already been to a meeting. I'm letting every meeting I go to in Colorado, I'm letting everybody know what we're doing and what is going on. And yeah, that's very much on topic, actually. I saw this. I'm like, oh, I know how to talk on this. I know how to talk on this. And that's not bad a little bit. I have not seen one other person that actually does what I do. Not with the way I do it. Morning, Leisure. It's good to see you, man. Happy Tuesday to you. It ain't fuck yeah Friday. Is it going to be fuck yeah Wednesday this week? Oh, Restream is such a piece of shit. They refuse to fix what's wrong. So I have to, redo my studio each time. And I forget things like that. Now they're saying I'm lying. I even sent them a video of it. Yeah, but I'm lying. Let's just say customer service sucks. It does. Customer service sucks now. There's no such thing. There isn't even any customer service. Now it's just chat us and we'll try and get to you when we can. But if you don't answer for 2 minutes, they'll cut the conversation. I feel a lot of power and control from the other side, like you actually got something. My title won't go, the title won't go to Facebook. It's not following. It gives the title of the stream before it. So there's nothing wrong with your restream because you're not posting to Facebook. But yeah, no, I was thinking, I have a lot of videos and blah, 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 right? A lot of educational stuff. I pretty much talk about the same things everybody else does, but there's one big difference between me and I haven't found another person. There's one big difference. I never ask for money. Ever. Ever. Everybody else's, their stuff always just leads to, I don't want to talk about the actual product. No, let Restream figure it out. I ain't going to fucking do their shit. I want them to suffer at this point because they called me a liar. So now they can suffer. I've already told the supervisor, I'm like, I want to talk to your supervisor. He's like, our director isn't here yet. I'm like, director. Okay. Director. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, the director. I ain't buying it. Yeah, maybe I just need to remove Restream from Facebook and put it back on. It might be as simple as that, but you know what? I'm hard-headed and fuck them. I don't like being gaslit. Welcome to the Daily Trial. You gaslight me, I will make it hurt. I will. I'll go out of my way. It is a Facebook. It's always a Facebook issue, Leisure. Of course it is. If you're here, please say hello. They're watching live or the rewatch. Yet Facebook doesn't get along with anybody. No. Which is not surprising considering that Facebook was started because Zuckerberg was turned down by some girls. Yeah. Facebook was created out of spite, and it's just a spite site. All of it's spite. You know what Zuckerberg is? He's a geek with power, and that's one of the most dangerous fucking things in the world. You see, he doesn't understand power and relationships and everything else. Because you didn't experience that growing up. I know this because I used to run live action role play. Okay. And that's that now everybody kind of joins because it's cool. Whatever. But back then it was just full of geeks and nerds. Geeks and nerds have never had power. And once they even get power in the game, oh man, they went fucking crazy with it. because they don't know how to handle leadership. They don't know how to handle power or control, which is exactly what we're talking about here. We might go into the 12 by 12. People who symbolizes causes and ideas feel a deep human need. We of AA do not question that. I'm sure you do. Don't worry, if you don't watch my videos, you can post it if you want. Could it start with an F? Because, gee, that'd be a really easy one, wouldn't it? I doubt very much that he's heard that one before. It's like when somebody calls me Peon Dion, I'm like, oh, we in second grade again? Is that where we're going? But we do have to soberly face the fact that being the public eye is hazardous, especially for us. Okay. There's got to be a separation. I was just talking to some people because every meeting that I'm going to now in Colorado, I'm informing people what's actually going on. People don't even know that we're dead last, and they're getting mad. Good. Welcome to the pain. It's going to be painful before it gets better. It's got to be. Pain is a touchstone of all change. Yes, this is very much on. Now, a lot of people know who I am. Okay, but I am not popular. No, I'm not. A lot of people know, but if I say, hey, I'm going to do this, not many people are going to show. I mean, look at the numbers here. I'm not looking for popularity. I'm trying to prove a point here. See, I'm one person, and if I help 10 people, and then in turn, each one of them help 10 people, look where we're at already. We're already at 100 people. Now, if those 100 people help 10 people, see, it's a ripple effect. And I have a couple of choices here. I can either do it the way of goodness, or I can be an asshole. Because those are Dion's modes. I don't have much else. Why is this? I'm an extremist. Okay? We have to be aware of all this. I think people get frustrated because they think that things are going to leave, and that's not how this works. Why do I still get angry? Because you're angry. You're doing something wrong with it. Like doobie doo wah, double cups of fresh. Right? So it is hazardous for us to be in the public eye. All these people run around saying, I recover out loud so that other people can know. That's not why you're doing it. You're recovering out loud for likes and loves and popularity. And if that's what you're going for, you're not going to last long. A couple years. Since I've been going live now for 7 years, do you know how many people I've seen come and go? And all of them have less than 6 months of sobriety. Oh, watch me live my sober life. So AA gave you everything, and now you're going to take a big old shit on it? Because that's what you just did. You can't keep this unless you give it away. I'm glad that you're out there living your best life, but there's consequences to that. There's consequences to that. You know, like some of these, yeah, and what do we call that? We call that attraction, not promotion. Even my podcast works that way. The podcast is not about me. It's about the speaker. I put it on my platforms and stuff for my, I'm just making a joke for my 4 listeners. I have more than that. But look here, let me just show you my podcast page, and yes, this does all fit. All right. So here's my dashboard for my podcast, right? Yeah, it's going to expire, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yesterday, I had 7 downloads, right? Today, I've had 3 already. 7 there. I had 28 on Friday, which means somebody probably went on a road trip. But look at these numbers. Ding, ding, ding. They're mostly below 10. Unless, now look what jumps up. Bam, right there. See? It's the stories. It's the stories that start to jump up. If I go to my episode list, see this. Angel, who I put back on here, 71 downloads. It's the stories. Oops. All right, we're done there. All right, I don't want you to see my back end. Not that back end. I don't care if you look at my butt. Be hard to do because I'm at home. Some of these people that walk around with their cameras that kind of stay off camera, where they help people. The ones I don't like are, do you have a dollar? Do you have, oh, they got it. Do you have a dime even? I've got to do my video. Oh. That's still something for nothing. Okay. This isn't a Dire Straits song, my friends. Yeah, but just put the darn cameras away. There's some people, and where I see them helping others, okay, and these other people seem to be okay with it, these homeless people. But then, and it looks good, and then you do a little digging to find out, well, this person really isn't what they say they are. See, that's where time becomes another thing also. I do not use social media. If one of my videos ever went viral, it would be an act of God. That's all it would be. Leisure, I do catch you. I do appreciate you sending me the YouTube links because I don't see it on Instagram and you're not on Facebook. Facebook just, I'm only there for like 3-4 people and to stir the shit up every now and again. I did it this morning. I stirred a little bit of stuff up. Said if you knowingly knew that these people committed Medicaid fraud and you continue to support them, you're now on the list for investigation. It's not true. But gosh, their Thanksgiving is just going to be a little bit tougher now, isn't it? What is the touchstone of all change? Well, it's pain. Sometimes you got to make it hurt first. I woke up to some really good news. Check this out. Adams County is now going to start paying me. Probably not much, but that's not what matters. And it's not about the money. It's about the fact that they're doing the right thing and they understand that without me, they're going to fail. And yes, I'm saying that. And I get to say that here because I've asked for plenty of help. And I realize that there's a lot of people out there that cannot, and that's okay. That doesn't piss me off. No. No, that's fine. Because I don't have anything to lose. Do you take my job? You can't. It's mine. You can't take it from me unless I fire me. Right? So what is it? It's gaslighting till they think that they're crazy, and then but I'm healed from a lot of things, not alcoholism, but I'm a healed human being. There's not much. Even my past, you can't use against me anymore. Go look it up. I don't care if you do a background check on me. I'm going to tell you what you're going to find, that I didn't have my driver's license for a while. That's the worst thing that you're going to find on my record. God saved my ass. I didn't have a DUI. I didn't have a car for a long time. Okay, so as a recovered alcoholic, before then, just keep your damn mouth shut. If you are not a recovered alcoholic and you're in AA, it's probably just keep your mouth shut for now until you know what you're talking about, because otherwise you will give bad information, or you will give information that you hear from, let's say, some person on YouTube like Rob Lowe that says you got to get sober for yourself, which is totally wrong. But you're going to follow that because you heard it on Instagram and see how it's already right. And then you're going to pass that along. Okay. There's a big difference between being sober and being in recovery. A big difference. Don't fall for the sober fad. It will pass again. All these things will just be new things with different names in 3 years. It's all it'll be. I'm surprised that people in Colorado have lasted this long. 5 years doing this bullshit. Yeah, that's a long time. But why is it? Because it's been secured by certain people in the government. And now they have been removed. Now we can do something. Now, what were the roadblocks? They were people that have been voted on. The same people that were in California. And then look what happened to California. Do we want more of the same shit? Because I don't. I don't. I'm very particular on my meetings. Well, when I'm going to, do it. Sometimes I go to inform. So there we go. As a recovered alcoholic. And what is a recovered alcoholic? Well, let's put it simply. It means that you've done the 12 steps. You get to use your brain again. It means insanity's gone. You are now sane. Well, as sane as we can get. All right, let's do the joke there. Okay. You've done the 12 steps and you're sponsoring. That is a recovered alcoholic. And sponsoring. There's nothing worse than a person with 3 months of sobriety who becomes a recovery coach and suddenly has clients. Recovery coaches don't have clients. They are not professionals. They're not professionals. They say that so that you think they have clout. Yeah. Even when I worked at Detox, I didn't say client. Yeah, they're dry. Well, but that is exactly what sobriety is, though. I mean, if you're not drinking, you're dry. You're sober. That's exactly what the meaning is. But the problem is alcohol is not the problem. You are. So if you don't do anything about it, you'll be on what Leisure is saying, a dry drunk. Because here's the thing. Alcoholism is a progressive disease. And you do not need to be drinking for it to progress. Alcohol is not the factor of the progression of alcoholism. That's not the factor. No. It's the changing. It's a new life. See, it's a lifestyle. Why does it have to be a lifestyle for Dion? Because I need to be reminded all the time who I am, or I will go back to default mode, and that's drinking and running and gunning and all that other stuff. That's who you are. Well, we don't want that part. We want this part, right? Well, you can only get that in recovery. You can only get that through certain steps that are taken. What are they? First of all, it's awareness. Then you have to figure out who you are. Then you gotta stop fighting and all these other things. Find a power greater than yourselves. Then you're gonna have to do this deep dive into who you are. I must make an effort to practice the principles of AA program, which are founded on honesty, truth, and humility. No, they're not. That's not true. Well, they may be founded on that, but I think that's just somebody, speaking their own opinion, and I don't necessarily agree with it. I pulled this out. I do not recommend this book. The only reason I still keep it, you don't need it. It's a waste of your time. Everything you need to know is in the title. 6 and 7 are supposed to be short. They are not. This is not keeping it simple. These are just examples. Hey, you're holding a rock. You might want to drop that. Is that a rock you're carrying? Hey, are you carrying a rock? You might want to let that go. Come on, we can do better than that. But they have the right principles in them. And since I don't have them memorized, and Google is incorrect. Step 1, honesty. Step 2, hope. Step 3, faith. Step 4, courage. Step 5, integrity. Step 6, willingness. Step 7.
I found on the web.
No, you didn't. I never said, okay, Google, or any of that. So I don't know why the fuck you're doing it. All right. 7 step, humility. Step 8, brotherly love. Step 9, justice. Okay. That's the one you need to check. It's the one they always fucking change. If step 9 is not justice, you got a shit list. The list is wrong. It is justice. It is not forgiveness. I'm not God. I cannot forgive people. Do you really want my forgiveness? Is that what you're really looking for? Or do you need my forgiveness so you don't feel like a little shithead anymore? Because my forgiveness is not going to provide that for you. It will come back. It might put a Band-Aid on it, but it ain't going to do anything. Step 10, perseverance. Step 11, spiritual awareness. Step 12, service. Service. While I was drinking, I was constantly trying to be in the limelight. No, I wasn't trying to be in the limelight then either. Nope. Now that I'm conscious of my mistakes and my former lack of integrity, that I can go with. It would not be honest to seek prestige, even for a justifiable purpose of promoting the AA message of recovery. It's hard too. I do a lot in this community. And yeah, there are some days when I'm like, where's my fucking recognition? Seeing people getting recognized for stuff in recovery and what they're doing is not quite right. Okay. Now I understand that we can hold places and stuff for people that want to be sober at events, but to literally make, and why are we doing that at colleges and EDM shows? Why is that the practice? See, something's not sitting right with it, right? That, and they're the kind of person where, yeah, let's do that. And then you get nothing because they're no longer face to face with you and they can hide behind their phone. See, there'll come a day when there'll be a reckoning, and it's coming. And we'll all be in one place, and they're going to have to see my face, and there won't be anything they can do about it. And you know what that'll be? Justice. Sometimes you need to create your own justice. It's okay. It's called advocating. I was just talking to somebody in AA, and they're, well, that's kind of an outside issue. Exactly. And why are we continuing to let it be a part in AA? Get your head out of the fucking sand. I will say that I was just talking to somebody, and I and I said, well, I think that's kind of a limited way to think. And he goes, no, that's not what I was saying. That's exactly what he fucking said, and he changed it. I'm not stupid. You're not going to pull one line. But I made him mad. I went with it. I'm sorry, I misunderstood that. I apologize. What were you saying? Choose your battles. Choose your battles. See, it doesn't take long for me to figure out intent. And anymore, because see, 5 years ago, when I decided to become or 4 or 5 years, when I decided to become a recovery coach, I forgot where I was going with that, so it doesn't matter. But no, I mean, I get it. I get it. I should be recognized for what I'm doing. But it doesn't need to be by everybody. I do get recognized, you bet, by the people, Leader, he recognizes it. All the people that come here recognize it. See? So I do get my recognition. So why do we need to have a big fucking party about it? Instead of throwing a big party, why don't we put a roof over somebody's head? That would feel a lot more satisfying. And then we can go to their house and have a party, a sober party. We'll have a plain old whoopee party. See, isn't that much better? Is the publicity that centers around AA fellowship and the miracles it produces not worth much more? Yeah. Why not let the people around us appreciate by themselves the changes that AA has brought us in us? For that will be far better recommendation for the fellowship than any I could make. I was talking to somebody over at behavioral health yesterday. And what I'm doing with behavioral health, and I'm going to bug them again today because nobody contacted me yesterday. So I'll bug them. I'm going to bug them all week. All week. I'm going to fuck this Thanksgiving week. They're probably off. They're probably not there. But they said, now, are you calling representing AA? And I said, no, it's just another resource, and you don't have it on there. Like, I don't speak for AA. Nobody speaks for AA. And that is the problem, that you don't know that, and you say you're the recovery whatever person. Huh. Weird. It's just like, I call admissions places. I'm like, are you 12-step based? They're like, no, we're CBT. I'm like, wow, you really don't know what you're talking about, do you? Because AA is CBT. How do you think they got CBT? Yeah. You know what they call it in the big book? Moral psychology. But it's CBD, cognitive behavioral therapy. What's cognitive? It's up here. My brain's all jacked up. All right. I think that's gonna be it on this one. I got two of my grandkids. Got my little girls. So get some work done. But it's always good to see you. Leisure, good to see you, man. I hope everybody has a good day just for today. Have a good day unless you have other plans. All right. Thank you. I love you.